Today I'm going to be focusing my Christmas decorating on my living room and on my dining room. Since these two rooms are right next to each other, I want them to have the same look. Again, I'm going for that traditional old world European Christmas look, and I have brought some items into the room that I think I'm going to be using. I have these two baskets with some items. Not sure if I'll be using all of them, but I like to have options, so I have those there. I also have a lot of ribbon, tassels, some little odds and ends from garlands that I might want to use with the ribbon. I have a lot of garland here. And I also have two wreaths. And I have this artificial Christmas tree here that I'm going to be using in the dining room. So let me get started. I also have these are just plants that I have to find temporary homes for, and lamps that I have to find temporary homes for while the Christmas decorations are up. But let me get started and see what I can get accomplished today. Last year I used these wreaths on the mirror. So I used it in this mirror here, and I also have a mirror over my storage trunk in the dining room. But I think this year I'm going to be using them on these windows. So one here, another one here, and I'm going to be attaching them with these 3M hooks that are easy to put on and take off. While I was decorating, it started to snow, which really put me in the Christmas mood and made the act of decorating for Christmas even more enjoyable. Of course, it didn't last very long. The temperatures went up a few degrees and everything melted, but it was really beautiful while it lasted. I had to find a temporary place for my Mozart bust. He usually lives in the entryway, but I put my Christmas village in the entryway this year. So I decided to put him on this little plant stand in the corner, and I like to dress him up for the season, so I wrapped a piece of fabric. It's actually fabric from my skirt. The skirt I was wearing was too long, so I had to hem it. And I saved the part that I cut to make a little scarf for Mozart. And I attached a little jingle bell to him. And then I added some more of my antlers. I like to add these as part of my Christmas decorations because I think it gives it this country house, European country house feeling. And I think they complement the garlands and the velvet bows very well. Now I'm moving on to my dining room, and I always reserve this little French marble top vanity for my nativity set. This is a set that I bought from our church sale several years ago. It is vintage. I believe it's from the 1950s, maybe earlier. The box, it came in the box, but the box was in such bad shape that I had to throw it away. It was made in Japan, and I really love it because the figures are really well done. The colors are very muted and neutral. I believe this is chalkware. It's in very good shape considering its age, and I think I paid $10, maybe $15 for it. I set up our main Christmas tree in our family room, but we do have our Christmas Eve dinner and the rest of our Christmas meals in the dining room, so I like to have this little faux Christmas tree in this corner to make the room feel more festive. Here is the collection of those old world Santas that I thrifted. I shared these in my Christmas thrifting video a couple weeks ago, and they were originally sold by Kmart. I believe these are from 2008, and each of them is the representation of a Santa from different countries, most of them in Europe, some of them in the US, and they all come with this little gold card, which I am keeping because it does say where the Santa is from and also a little bit about the history. So I'm going to be using those in the little Christmas tree in the dining room. Since I only have 8 of those Santa figurines, I decided to add this other set that I thrifted. It is a silver-plated set with the creamer, the sugar bowl, and the teapot. Our meals are usually very casual affairs, but for Christmas time, I do like to set a pretty table. I'm not that great at tablescapes, so I just keep things very simple. This year, I picked a very neutral, beautifully embroidered linen tablecloth, and I'm going to be using my collection of red and white transferware plates. Now, these are all different. I have about 12 of them. I'm setting the table for 6 here. So I'm going to be using my red and white transferware plates, and I like to add some texture with these woven placemats. And of course, for Christmas Eve dinner, I do like to have cloth napkins. And I bought these from Amazon for a very reasonable price a few years ago. They are cotton, and they have this very pretty lace detail around the edge. And I'm adding some sparkle to the Christmas table by using these mistletoe-shaped napkin rings for the napkins. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Next week, I'll be decorating our main Christmas tree and our family room. I hope to see you then.